from the home of the three-piece combos, Pugilism Company. This is Reed BBS, the Black Burnt Sugar. Hey, speaking of those three-piece combos, be sure to check out our latest articles on the Pugilism Company website. That's PUGILISMCO.com for our latest articles. We'll be getting some videos up there to y'all as well, and we'll always be dropping these podcasts on you. Anyway, we got a juicy one of the juicier fights of the calendar of the 2018 year coming this weekend, July 28th. Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter Jr. Man, the first half of this year, if you could sum up the action that we've seen into one word, the word I would select would be unification. Champions against champions, everybody risking it all just the way it should be. And we, the fans, we're the ones who are winning at the end of the day. Already we've had Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. We had Jared Hurd versus Irislandy Lara. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares. Most recently, Alexander Usyk versus Murat Gassiev. And now we're getting Mikey versus Robert Easter Jr. It's needed, man. Can't wait to see it. Opinions are varying pretty much all across the board here. I'm seeing a lot of people picking an upset here. I don't really understand why, but hey, to each his own. What I do is I break down the film. I watch good fights of a dude, bad fights of a dude, recent fights of a dude, and then I'll formulate my own opinion. As it pertains to Robert Easter, to me, he's in the wrong body for the way he chooses to fight. He's in the wrong body for the way he chooses to fight. My man, he's 5'11", 6 feet tall, lightweight. Like, that's gargantuan for that size, for that division. For whatever reason, though, he can't or just doesn't want to maintain distance. He's looking to engage. And though he's not terribly effective there either, Easter seems to like fighting on the inside, which to me, it negates the power that he may have by not keeping his opponents on the end of his shots. We've seen this movie before. Tommy Hitman Hearns, Bob Foster, Sandy Sadler. Most fighters with that Robert Easter body type, they generate power from the perimeter. It just is what it is. Off the dome, freestyling, the only one who didn't, that readily comes to mind to me, yet still carried fight-ending power, was Diego Chico Corrales. He's the only one I've ever seen with that lanky frame who could still be inside with you and knock you dead with a 6-inch punch. To me, Easter's got more Paul Williams in him, which ain't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, don't get it twisted. But I don't know that you can beat an elite pound-for-pound caliber fighter like a Mikey Garcia rocking a Paul Williams style. I just don't know, man. Even when Easter's fighting from the outside, he keeps his left hand way too low, and he jabs from the hip. I'm sure he's trying to lure his opponent into counters by using this tact, but he winds up getting hit more often than not from what I've seen. His shoulder roll is also ineffective. I'm going to do a podcast on dudes who shoulder roll effectively and ineffectively before long. Put Easter on the ineffective shoulder roll side. Easter also falls into clinches frequently, and in the process, he'll just sit there waiting on the ref. Now, against a dude that pivots in the pocket and fights his way out of clinches, that could be dangerous, man. That could be real dangerous. I mean, I've seen the highlights. Easter looks unbelievable against a certain level of opposition. I can't front on that. But not so much since he stepped up, man. Where have these scintillating performances gone? And with that being said, are we supposed to just simply disregard that and act like he's all of a sudden going to shine against the best guy he will have ever faced? That's kind of a far-fetched fantasy, if you ask me. Team Easter says Mikey only beat Adrian Broner But who is Easter beating on that level? Who has the better resume between Robert Easter and Mikey Garcia? I mean, it's Mikey by a mile. That's a no-brainer. That's not even worthy of discussion. Easter says, don't judge me off of Comey or Fortuna. But, bruh, those are the best guys you face, man. And neither of them are as good as Mikey Garcia. Like, it's just a fact. This ain't shade. Wish the brother well, but facts is facts. I get it. Kevin Cunningham is that dude. His work with AB and Tank Davis, it speaks for itself. It was beyond impressive. But we got to take it case by case, man. With AB and with Tank, their issues were focus and conditioning. Those aren't Easter's issues. I've never seen Easter look tired in a fight, so he's obviously showing up in shape. Cunningham, he'll attempt to perform a Jedi mind trick on Easter, having him thinking he's got this, but when it's all said and done, he just doesn't, man. I also get it. Mikey's focus has come into question because he seems to be fixated on Earl Spence more than this fight. But per Mikey Garcia, he says he's merely answering questions posed to him by the media, no more, no less. Here's how the fight will play out. It could take a round or three for Mikey to get acclimated to the disparity in height and reach. But by the fifth or sixth round, Easter will have engaged too deeply. He will have gotten clipped by something. Whereas had he just stayed on the outside, jabbed and moved, he could possibly avoid it using his 6-inch height advantage and 8-inch reach advantage. But based on his style, I mean, this is the biggest fight of his life. So when a man is in that predicament, he's going to revert to what he's comfortable doing. And in Easter's case, that means he's going to engage. He's going to negate the power, the snap that he may have on the end of his punches, and he's going to negate his distance, which will lead him to the deep end of the pool where he's eventually going to drown. So by the fifth or sixth, I expect Mikey to be totally in control. And with the power that Mikey has at 35, he didn't seem to carry it up to 40, even though he did drop lipping yet. But make no mistake, Mikey has power at 35. Just ask Dejan Zlaticanin. Zlaticanin, that's how it's pronounced. Just ask him if Mikey has power. That man's still unconscious. I see Mikey stopping Easter by the 9th or 10th, man. That's just, it is what it is. Worst case scenario, Mikey drops Easter once or twice and wins a wide unanimous decision. Should be entertaining early. I don't see the upset that everybody else seems to be predicting. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll be the first to podcast about it if I am. But I doubt it. Give me Mikey by KO in the 9th or 10th. And with that being said, Pugilism Company, home of the 3-piece combos. Your boy Reed, BBS. We are out.